Geena Davis, she might be my next tattoo. I'm thinking of doing some tattoos on the bottom of my feet.
No. Your Danny Glover is offensive and looks nothing like him.
Danny Glover, Geena Davis, Spanakopita the Pie. They're all one and the same at the end of the day.
Nobody knows that tattoo is of Spanakopita the Pie.
Hey, listen, the people that need to know get to know. I don't want to talk about my tattoo today.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you brought it up.
But since you mentioned Christmas, I want to let you know that this year, he may not have been a mall Santa, but I did sit on a man's lap.
No.
A guy who looked like Santa.
No.
And he was wearing his Dickies. And I found him. We were at the Kohl's outlet over in Sping Bing.
So you got your Dickies.
I got my Dickies. No, I sat on the man who was wearing Dickies.
Oh, so it was absolutely not Santa Claus for sure.
And guess what, Bobby?
He got hard.
What? I'm trying to talk about my Christmas with you, and you're making it something filthy. I'm trying to tell you about the Christmas magic. Christmas magic looks different in everybody's life.
Okay, I'm sorry. So you sitting on a man's lap.
Talking about the Christmas magic.
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was going to lead to be a magical story. I thought it was going to be another.
You did not have an erection, Bobby.
Okay.
But I did get a present.
You did, though?
I got a present. Well, okay. All right.
I'm sorry, Teddy.
I did,
Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
This is the same kind of adversities Matthew Shepard's had to face.
Okay, so we need to move on. Let's get
started.
Yeah, let's get started, and we
need to get started with
the corrections department. We strive to bring you the highest quality information.
Absolutely.
And
oh my God,
it's okay, Teddy. We're willing to admit when we're wrong.
We're human beings.
Yes,
we're human beings. We make mistakes.
Yes.
You can only judge us for when we're admitting it. And guess what? It's the third episode, right?
Right. So if you stopped on episode 1 because it's like, oh, that's wrong.
Oh, those guys don't know what the talk's about.
Episode 3, they're talking back to you. They're admitting it.
We're figuring it out as we go along.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Just to listen.
So I'll start with mine, and I know Teddy's got one.
Yeah, I got a really big one.
Okay, it's okay.
Then you go ahead. You go ahead and do your little ones.
So in the first episode, I had said that John was trying to get a plane later on the day to go back to Michigan, to Lake Chevreau. It turns out no. They were originally intending to fly there, but John, when he was trying to contact his pilot later in the day, was actually trying to go back home to Atlanta, to their home there. It's okay, Teddy. So that's my correction is that,
What was your correction?
My correction is that John was actually trying to fly to Atlanta, not Michigan. Just wanted to offer that retraction, say, But no.
Oh, God.
No, it's fine. So, well, Teddy, I know you have one.
Oh, yeah. I got a really big one. I got a big one. And I honestly, I just want everybody just recognize that I'm a human being. Okay? With feelings, with osmosis Joneses, all kinds of biologies. And sometimes that means that I...
Take a breath.
And sometimes that means that I get a little excited. And I may say something that isn't quite true. And I don't mean to do that. And so, forgive me, but in the first episode, I made some small mentions of Home Improvement's episode, The Longest Day.
The best episode.
The best episode ever to exist of Home Improvements. Being the season premieres. Oh, God.
I should have caught it when you said it too. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Teddy, take a breath.
It's not the season premieres.
It's not. Sorry, folks.
This is not season premiere. It is episode... The Longest Day is episode 22 of season 5 of Home Improvements. Let's just, for the record, let's get it out there. If you want to listen to this podcast ever again after this, then please, I appreciate it. But if you don't, I totally understand.
It's fine.
I totally understand. It's not a big deal, Bobby.
I think you're more upset that, possibly. Tim Allen's possibly listening out there and thinking you're not a fan. But you are a fan. I know you're a fan.
I don't want him to let I know how much of a
the Binford buddies know you're a fan.
They pays attention to details, Tim Allen. Everybody knows that. That's the first thing they think of when they think of Tim Allen. They think of
not the first
details.
thing
They think of interior design. They think of home improvement.
I think of Drug Runner. and just awesome, dude. Also killing it
sometimes
in all
I
aspects.
think of a hallway run a rug too.
Oh, what?
What? And I just don't want to get it wrong.
And we're not going to. And that's what I'm saying. We're going to issue these corrections,
Please.
as they come in, flood us with comments.
Post them on your front door.
If it's something that immediately ticks you off, bring it up. Maybe we'll bring up your name in an episode. Maybe we'll shit all over you.
I love
Or we'll be responsible,
Just do something. Do something. What are you going to do otherwise? Nothing? Don't tell me you're not going to do nothing. Anyway.
It's, hey, this episode, we're going to talk about the crime scene. So let's get excited about that, And we're going to try not to mess any of those facts up,
Well, listen, I think it's in better hands in your hands than my hands.
No.
Talking about the facts of the crime scene, because apparently I'm a big dumb idiot.
No, you're not. Come on.
No.
Hey, you know everything there is to know about home improvement.
It's just...
just as much as me.
And yet, I can't even do that right.
You made a faux pas. You're excited, It was our first
I was
episode.
excited.
It was our first episode.
You're right, Bobby. You're right, Bobby.
Should we start it? Should we start it up?
Let's start it up.
Let's start up. All right. Well, I'm Bobby Pavlovsky.
Hey, I'm Teddy.
Let's do it again. Do that again. Come on.
Yeah.
With more confidence. You take
Okay. I'm just starting
Right. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm Bobby Pavlovsky.
And I'm Teddy Ronald Reagan, Dismechio.
Yeah.
And this is JonBenét Today.
Okay, I know we normally go from the song into a clip, Teddy, but we're going to do something a little different.
We're deviating from the pattern.
Yeah. So this episode's going to be focusing on the crime scene. Okay, we're going to look at
JonBenét's
of JonBenét's house, the Ramsey's house. We're going to set up the crime scene before we get into our theory episodes, which will focus on the different theories. This episode is going to set up all the evidence for you, so you know what we're talking about.
So just so I can sometimes, Bobby, you're talking a way that a lot of people don't understand because it's a little high educated. It's higher educated.
I did,
and so I'm going to translate it for some of the people who maybe understand it in a different way. We are in control of the shaping of the episode. All right. We know when we sit down, after we go to the bathrooms, after we drink our prune juice and then go to the bathroom again, we sit down and we talk. You and I talk, Bobby.
Is this supposed to be helping people?
Wait, hold on.
How is this the layman's version?
I didn't mean to step on your toes.
You're not stepping on my toes. But yeah, so we're going to set up the crime scene for you in this episode, and then in the other episodes, we're going to look at the different theories. Okay, Teddy, so I got the ransom note here.
You got the ransom note?
I've got the
Where's
ransom
it at?
note.
Where's the letter?
I have the ransom note on my computer.
On your computer?
On my computer.
I don't see it.
No, it's a file. I'm going to play
in your computer.
In my computer.
In your computer.
Teddy, yes.
It's really important to be specific. I'm just saying. What's it say? What's this ransom letter say? I actually haven't read it.
No, I'm going to play it.
You're going to play it?
I'm going to play it for you.
You're going to read it to me?
No, I'm not. Well, no. I put together a little...
Bobby.
I bought a little trial for this thing so I could use cool voices.
You bought a trial? Like a court?
No.
Thing is, Bobby used to be real shy. So the fact that you're going to read it to me is really meaningful to me.
I'm not going to read it.
You're not going to read it?
No, I'm going to play it for you.
Through the trial. Well, play it. Then play it. I don't know. I'm just going to shut my stupid big mouth and I'm going to listen.
Just don't talk during it, okay?
Okay, I won't talk.
We're gonna play it.
I won't talk.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm not going to talk.
All right, here we go.
Mr. Ramsey, listen carefully. We're a group of individuals that represent a small foreign faction. We respect your business, but not the country that it serves. At this time, we have your daughter in our possession. She is safe and unharmed, and if you wanted to see 1997, you must follow our instructions to the letter. You'll withdraw $118,000 for your account. $100,000 will be in $100 bills, and the remaining $18,000 in $20 bills. Make sure you bring an adequate size attaché to the bank. When you get home, you will put the money in a brown paper bag. I will call you between 8 and 10 a.m. tomorrow to instruct you on delivery. The delivery will be exhausting, so I advise you to be arrested. If we monitor you getting the money early...
Is that Joe Biden?
No.
Is that Joe Biden?
It's not Joe Biden.
Bobby.
It's not
I
Joe
swear on my mother. I swear on my own life.
Look, the trial only had a few voices I could choose from.
What are you talking
It's not
about?
Joe Biden, though. It says it's
No, that sounded like Joe Biden's president of the United States. A little bit like Bill Clinton's too.
No.
But
It would say that. It says Commander in Queef. It doesn't say Joe Biden.
Commander, what?
Queef?
Queef?
Yeah.
What is a queef?
I'm not sure.
It's a type of kiwis.
I'm not sure.
I think I had queef before.
I think that's part of the LGBT thing.
One time I went to a Senegalese market that was downtowns, and they had all different types of fruits and delicacies. And I think they had something called queef soup. So Joe Biden's, he kidnaps JonBenét's, which makes sense because they got the same letters in the name.
Not Joe Biden.
JB.
It was supposed to be a cool, creepy ransom voice.
Oh.
But the trial didn't. I only had. It's not Joe Biden.
Well, it sounded like Joe Biden, so I'm a little confused.
Okay, well, Joe Biden did not.
Whoever this trial man is, listen, I don't mean to interrupt. Let's just go ahead. Is the letter done? It was kind of weird. We could talk about the letter.
It wasn't done. It wasn't done.
Okay. Let's play the rest of it. I'm sorry for interrupting. I didn't mean to talk.
All right, so we was talking about attaché cases and stuff. Here we go.
If we monitor you getting the money early, we might call you early to arrange an earlier delivery of the money and hence an earlier pickup of your daughter. Any deviation of my instructions will result in the immediate execution of your daughter. You will also be denied her remains for proper burial. The two gentlemen watching over your daughter do not particularly like you, so I advise you not to provoke them. Speaking to anyone about your situation, such as police, FBI, etc., will result in your daughter being beheaded. If we catch you talking to a stray dog, she dies. If you alert bank authorities, she dies. If the money is anyway marked or tampered with, she dies. You will be scanned for electronic devices, and if any are found, she dies. You can try to deceive us, but be warned that we are familiar with law enforcement countermeasures and tactics. You stand a 99% chance of killing your daughter if you try to outsmart us. Follow our instructions, and you stand a 100% chance of getting her back. You and your family are under constant scrutiny, as well as the authorities. Don't try to grow a brain, John. You are not the only fat cat around, so don't think that killing will be difficult. Don't underestimate us, John. Use that good Southern common sense of yours. It is up to you now, John. Victory, SBTC.
So yeah.
Oh my God. I can't believe that the Democratic Party would let JonBenét's killer run for president.
No. Okay. I think there's a disconnect here that you're not understanding.
Bobby, I heard it with my own ears.
There wasn't an audio ransom note. It was an actual, we've talked about this. There was a 3-page letter.
It was 3 pages of paper.
Yeah, that was just me doing it for the listeners so they could hear it. And I tried to do a cool thing, and it just fell apart.
Oh, I understand. That's more.
Joe Biden is not
voice.
implicated in JonBenét Ramsey's.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe Biden.
Well, don't apologize yet.
Well, I don't know.
Teddy, everybody's a suspect. Oh. Because again, the killer's not found. It's not Joe Biden.
And JonBenét was so famous in America's in the 90s.
She wasn't, though.
You
gotta stop saying that, because she wasn't.
What do you mean? She wasn't.
Well,
I thought she was on the Mickey Mouse clubs.
No, she wasn't famous at all.
I'm confusing her for Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle.
I mean, on the local pageant scene, maybe.
Or Avril Lavigne. Who sang Genie in a Bottle? Was it Avril Lavigne, Christina Aguilera? Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
I'm confusing JonBenét with Christina Aguilera. Because I remember a blonde girl that was at Mickey Mouse Club. It looked like it was kind of filmed with camcorders. And sometimes I just think that sometimes, you kind of mix up all the blondes from the 90s together, especially the prepubescent ones.
You said it looks like it was filmed with camcorders?
It looks like it was filmed with camcorders. With those types of like...
watching snuff films?
No, that's not film. I'm not watching 8mm. No. Despite all my rage, I'm still a Nicolas Cage. Okay?
No, JonBenét was not in the Mickey Mouse Club. She was in
JonBenét was
that famous.
Okay,
she didn't get the chance.
Let me go ahead and make a correction then, because we are doing that this episode.
That's true.
We are fixing our mistakes.
Yeah.
And if I was mistaken and I was thinking of Christina Aguilera, JonBenét Ramsey, then I apologize.
We're sorry if we misled you.
Sorry if we misled you. Sorry, go ahead and just fucking murder me. Just kill me. I mean, you want to hate me so much. If you're not going to forgive me for that, then you're not going to forgive me for nothing.
Yeah, if you want to murder Teddy, I can start another podcast about his murder.
I mean,
we'll solve that one for sure.
I mean, don't you think that would almost be the ultimate tribute to JonBenét, to let yourself be murdered the way she was murdered?
Yeah, we should Life of David Gale this.
Life of David Gale.
Frame Burke for your murder.
Her name's Kate Winslet for a reason, because she wins. JonBenét.
Oh, she was in that.
She was in that. JonBenét was not in
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Mm-hmm. I just remember the trailer with all the black people singing.
Oh, that would probably be a good trailer.
Well, I don't mean,
They didn't put them in the movie. But
They weren't in the movie, but they put them in the trailer to get your butt in there. fucking racist.
If you want me to be...
It's racist is what it is. That's racist advertising. I wanted to see something that was kind of like one of those choir movies, Keeping Up with the Temptations,
Soul Plane.
Aquila and the Bee. Pootie
That was a
Tang.
choir movie.
There's a choir in Pootie Tang.
Precious.
There is a choir in Precious. There's also a lot of really dark themes in Precious. Precious, I gotta take a shower after I watch Precious.
The Help.
All right, now we get into problematic territory.
Madea goes to jail.
Madea goes to a synagogue. Medea goes to Cedar.
Madea goes to the Gaza Strip.
A very Medea Cedar. Medea goes to the Gaza Strip.
Oh, Lord, what are y'all doing? You stop fighting right now.
Y'all stop fighting with your missiles and your sky rises.
Oh, my leg.
Just because there's a building doesn't mean there's a terrorist.
Y'all can't be blowing up hospitals. What are we talking about today?
I don't know.
We gotta
get back to what we were talking about.
Mickey Mouse. No,
not Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse copyright though. The copyright for Steamboat's Willies.
Free use.
Free use.
Free. Feel free to fuck Mickey.
I could just fuck old time Mickey right now. I could just put my finger in his. Whoa! Don't do that. Oh, wow! You sound really just like Mickey. I thought I was. Let me see that beehole. I really thought I was raping Mickey for a second. It really took me somewhere. I felt like I was.
Mickey's here, everybody.
It would make Roger Rabbit's a lot more interesting if there was more butt sex. I'm just saying.
That was the chief complaint of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That was the chief complaint.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit's for butt sex.
It's like if you're gonna have Jessica Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit for rape?
I didn't know that if you skinned a rabbit, it would look like Jessica Rabbit. If you take off.
Was she really a rabbit?
She was a rabbit with no hair.
That was just a stage name.
No, she was a rabbit with no hair. No,
it's just a stage name.
No, Bobby, trust me.
There was no way.
Trust me, Bobby.
Rabbit.
Bobby, I have freeze frame Roger Rabbit's VHS hundreds of millions of times. And I'm telling you, you can see it when you look at her shoulder blades.
Yeah, that
she was a rabbit. That she went through some kind of operations, procedures, and without her rabbit fur on her body, she looked like a woman of a person.
I understood what you're saying. I disagree with that.
Well, you are 100% completely
Have you seen the Daffy Duck calling Donald the N-word?
Was
it Donald calling Daffy?
Donald called Daffy some pejoratives.
Can we have that clip? You can hear it clear as day. We just played the clip.
It did sound like suspiciously like that word. But the 80s were another time. Everybody was calling everybody everything.
That was the 90s.
90s, 80s.
I'm pretty sure
No, it was in the 80s. I know for a fact Robert Zemeckis has directed it.
Oh, okay. Late 80s.
Late 80s before he did Last of the Mohicans. Which I found a Mohican last year. So that was also racist advertising.
Was it a casino?
Yeah, the casino. It wasn't a casino. Yes, that's for sure. I'm never winning money at the casino. I thought it was weird.
You need some water? You all right?
No.
You getting sick? Teddy, you all right? You all right, Teddy?
No, I'm not feeling too good. I'm not feeling very high. It's winter. It might be another case of chicken pox again. Or you know what it is? It's probably that dinner I had. I was at Luigi's Calamari Kitchens over on Bronx Beat, and I had the watered mollusks platter. I had that before.
Did you say chicken pox again?
Chicken pox again? Yeah, chicken pox. Yeah, I get it about every winter.
Oh, okay.
You don't get the chicken pox. You get a little box, Pox
Every
skin.
winter? No, you're supposed to get it once.
It's a seasonal thing, Bobby.
Dude, I was just watching the Home Improvement about chicken pox last night.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Tim's never had it.
When Tim, he's got to move in with Hal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he pulls that prank. That wasn't very nice of him.
No, it wasn't.
Right
in front of Mario Andretti.
It's one of the first times when you see that Tim eats some humble pie, and he says, "I'm sorry." And that's an important life lesson, especially if you make a mistake. After you make the mistake.
You had a chicken pox?
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Have I had the chicken pox?
Have you had it?
I've had a couple of STDs.
Isn't that chicken pox?
Chicken pox is an STD.
No, I don't think so. I got it as a kid, so unless there's
I got it as a kid too,
I don't think so. No, I'm pretty. No, you don't. It's not an STD.
No, yeah. I've had chicken pox. I've had chicken pox. It's not an STD.
I don't know of any STD that's cured by getting an oatmeal bath, which was fucking delicious when I was a kid.
Oh man, oatmeal, Mr. Moneybags.
I know, but it was a whole bath of it.
Listen, this way is some letter.
Wow. All right, okay, yeah. So I mean, the letter is it's a strange letter because again, this is
very strange.
This is the longest letter, a ransom letter in history.
Oh my God, it's the longest letter I've ever read,
and it kind of goes on a lot.
It goes on a long time.
But if you read the subtext, I feel like, it's like, why is this drawn on so much?
Well, it's one of those things where if you're writing a ransom letter, this is your time to shine.
Right.
And there's so many great ransom letters in the history of movies and televisions.
Really,
In real life, maybe not so much. Mm-hmm. You got the Lindbergh's baby, you got the cast of the Jeffersons that one afternoon when they didn't let him out of the studio. But then in movies, you got movies like Ransom. And you got movies like, what other movies are there, Bobby? There's.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you say Ransom, though.
Why is that?
You know when the movie Ransom came out?
Oh, yeah. Ransom came out in I don't know. When did it come out?
Ransom came out in November of 1996.
November 1996.
Just a month before.
November 1996.
It was still in theaters. It was still fresh on... whoever wrote the notes.
You're talking about Mel Gibson's Ransom came out the month of Thanksgiving, the days before JonBenét's Ransom letter was written.
Well, a month, but yeah.
A month. Which
it was still in cinemas.
What's a month? Like 24 days?
Still in cinemas. Mel Gibson.
Still in cinemas.
Give me back my son!
Give me back my son!
And that's where that Ransom, if people aren't familiar, Mel Gibson plays a wealthy a CEO of a company whose son is taken.
His son's taken.
Yeah. In a very similar manner. Well,
how's his son taken?
JonBenet wasn't actually taken.
His son was taken in a mall.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I just remember there being a quads, maybe Jack Black.
I'm surprised.
Definitely Gary Sinise. Some voice changing software.
Yep.
Rene Russo slapping a bunch of FBI agents.
Rene Russo could slap a bunch of pigs' asses.
If you want to separate the art from the artist, people definitely go check it out. If you don't like Mel Gibson,
well, you ever seen
Apocalypto? That shit is.
You're gonna devoid your life of more culture and experiences and point of views and art based off of the ramblings of a drunk idiot. When it's like. But I'm not going to read no poetry because French people like to rape in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, yeah, I like that.
All right.
Chicken pox also, there's like bumps that you can see. I don't see any.
I don't got any bumps. Well, I don't got any bumps right now. But sometimes the bumps, they come all at once. So just.
Yeah. Oh, wait, okay, we got too far. I'm sorry.
What are we talking about?
Again, longest ransom letter in, history.
History. In the Declaration of Independence.
It took, experts say it would have taken, again, 22 minutes to write this note. So it's like,
22 minutes to write that long note?
How long do you think it would take you, though?
How long do you think it take me?
Yeah.
It'd probably take me about 33 minutes. 33 minutes. Yeah, I mean... I could write pretty quickly, especially if I'm in that kind of situation. I kind of turn into like a superhuman, like super soldier.
I mean, that's really slow. That's not really a superhuman.
What
the original letter, the expert said would have been 22 minutes, so you saying 33.
All right. Okay, Mr. Wise Guys, but I hear that letter, and I think my letter would be scarier. It'd be darker. I think I would write a better letter. than that letter.
Okay.
And my letter would say, "Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Patsy's Ramses and John Ramses, listen up. I have your daughter here right between my feet, and I'm squishing her with my legs. And she's gonna get killed unless you do exactly what I want you to do. Well, first thing I want you to do is shut up. You're not gonna talk to no one. You're not gonna talk while I'm talking, because I'm an important man with a lot of things to say right now. Number 2's, JonBenét.
I'm sorry, real quick, Teddy. Did you tell him to shut up
I told him to shut up because I knew they'd be
in
talking.
the middle of your ransom letter?
Well, it's important. Well, you know,
You're not talking to them.
I don't want them saying a damn thing while they're reading the letter. I want to make sure they're quiet. So I'm going to tell them to shut up and listen. Pay attention. You're going to listen to me, or I'm going to cut JonBenét's head off and put Tostitos salsas in her head. I'm going to turn her head into a bowl, and I'm going to eat out of it. I'm going to eat out of your daughter's head. I'm going to eat salsa out of JonBenét's head if you don't follow my instructions to the letters. And I'm going to write the letters big so that they know those letters mean business. You know what I mean? There's a reason why billboards are so visible, because they're so big. And they're going to think, is this a billboard or a ransom letter? I'm going to say, shut up! Stop talking! I'm trying to tell you about your daughters. I want $100,000, $118,000. That's what I want. I'm gonna write like that. Give me $118,000.
I feel like your note's a lot longer.
It might be longer, but it's bigger. It's scarier.
It stresses them way too much. For a note.
You're gonna give me three bottles of Tostita salsa from the local Piggly Wigglies, and then you're gonna give me $118,000 in cash. And I want that in that order. I want salsa in hand before you give me an attaché case of cash. I want an attaché case of salsa and queso. You know what? I'm going to tell them, go back to the first page and then continue on this new second page. And then I'm going to say, I demand queso and salsa and $118,000 by 10 a.m. today. And I'm going to call you, and you better get some sleep, John. You better get some sleep, Patsy. You better get some sleep before you get up there and go to the store and go to the banks. All right? Because that's what I want. And I'm going to write it in a marker.
That's like an 8-page, 10-page note.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That's why it would take me about half an hour and 3 minutes.
That would take you way longer.
Yeah,
you were talking about the original note, and this one is way longer.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't write the first letter, but if that were the only letter to talk about, people would be, that's scary. They say, that's terrifying.
That is definitely something. I think it would probably have been a better ransom note in that, like, somebody immediately reading it would be like, oh, this is the ramblings of an unhinged psycho.
Who's got my daughter, and I better do everything he says.
Exactly. That was not as threatening as the other one.
And
also, I thought it was interesting, yours addressed John and Patsy.
It did.
And
what's so interesting about that? The parents of
the
JonBenét.
ransom note only addressed John.
Oh.
Only addressed John.
Not the woman.
No. So it's to say, like, you know, who wrote it, maybe that person didn't even know Patsy.
Oh.
Kind of clears her from it.
Well, that's the thing. Patsy obviously had nothing to do with any of this.
That's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
I mean, Teddy, the more I've gotten into this case, and I know we're doing an investigative thing, and I shouldn't be biased, but
yeah, you shouldn't be biased.
I'm not, but I'm going to tell you right now, Teddy, I think Patsy did it.
You're telling me, Bobby, look me in the eye.
I'm looking you in the
Look me in, look both my eyes in the eye.
I'm looking at him.
Oh my God, okay, stop looking
Why
at
are they
me.
going crossed?
What
are you doing?
Stop. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Give me a second. Give me a second to recross my eyes.
He just slapped his head.
Oh, sorry about that. You're trying to tell me you think Patricia's Ramses, mother of JonBenét Ramsey, mother of Burke Ramsey, the living child, you mean to tell me you think she killed her daughter?
At the very least, I mean, we'll delve into my theory later about that, but at the very least, I believe for sure, 100% certainty, she wrote the note.
Why don't you just go ahead and pull my spleen out and feed it to me while I die. Because that's horrendous. I can't believe I sat next to you the same amount of time that you sat here telling me about this case. And you mean to tell me that you think already that she was the one who killed her daughter, JonBenét?
I've seen other stuff that we haven't. We'll get to.
You've seen other stuff.
Listen, and then also, hey, Teddy. I mean, well, it was Patsy's pad.
Patsy's pad.
Yeah.
JonBenét was wearing Patsy's pads.
No, wait,
what?
no.
Yeah.
No.
Feminine pads.
No, JonBenét was not wearing Patsy's pad. I'm saying that the ransom note was written on Patsy's pad.
On the feminine hygiene.
No,
pad.
Patsy's notepad.
Notepad.
Notepad, yes.
The scribble pad.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Notepad.
Well, when you first said notepad, I thought you meant like
Jesus Christ.
that we were talking about the kind of pads that women put over their vaginas.
I understand.
When they're having
I
periods.
understand what you thought, and I very much appreciate your clarification, especially since I can't edit.
Listen, I'm just trying to be on the same page as you, Bobby.
No, we are.
Because that's the thing. It's called being a professional. Okay? Where I have to ask questions that are uncomfortable.
What is your definition of professional?
I can say that and not laugh or cry or feel sick. A lot of people, they can't. They get a weird nervous reaction, or they think that it's.
Oh, but yeah, you're just a hard detective over here, regular Dirty Harry.
Well,
that kind of stuff doesn't bother me anymore, Mr. Cool Guy.
Listen, ever since I started eating eggshells,
he cries at the lake house.
Okay, that is a heartwarming and bittersweet story.
It's like ugly cry.
Okay.
And for it starts 10 minutes into the movie.
Well, okay, but
stop.
Apparently someone else, because you don't have any tattoos of Speeds or Speeds 2, you say you're a fan of Keanu Reeves, you say you're a fan of Sandra Bullock Reeves, you say you're a fan of their destined betrothal.
I know this isn't a visual medium, but I need you all to understand that Teddy's tattoos do not look anything like what he says they are.
They don't need to look
he just
like the
points
things.
to different things that are, some of them are definitely moles. And goes, this is speed 2, cruise control.
Listen.
It's like that just looks raised. And
okay, apparently someone doesn't understand what art is. Art doesn't need to look a certain way.
I understand what art is. I've seen speed 2 cruise control.
Okay, then you should understand that this is speed 2 cruise control.
It's an abomination.
It's a shape. You just can't identify it. And that's, I don't want to rub that in your face, Bobby.
He got blocked by Willem Dafoe on Instagram.
Okay, just because I had
he thought it was
green,
a troll. Nobody knows that that's Speed 2 cruise control.
No, listen.
What is that, the ship? Sandra Bullock?
No, it is a green isosceles triangle on my ginger pots. Those are the soft spots. Those are parts of my body that bleed a little thicker, a little chubbier. Okay? The blood's a little more coagulated.
Did you say chubby blood?
Chubby blood. That happens in the taint areas. That happens in the armpit.
It sounds like pus. It sounds like you just don't understand what pus is.
Listen, who are you suddenly, Mr. Neil deGrasse Mason? Shut your fucking mouth. So fucking sick of you judging the shape of my bodies. The shapes of my body.
There's one thing. They're not going to tell me to shut my fucking mouth in here, okay?
I didn't mean it, Bobby.
These outbursts.
Bobby,
you know what? These outbursts that you have, they don't leave me a lot of room to get frustrated here, Teddy.
Okay, I see now. Now's the time where suddenly Teddy is too much.
I didn't say
suddenly
that.
Teddy is a problem.
I didn't say that, Teddy.
Listen, I feel like a goat with mange right now getting sprayed on with hydrochloric acid. Okay?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I feel like you're throwing acid on my mange.
I'm just saying, with your personality type and how frustrated you get and how quickly you fly off the handle, I don't know if it's the new medicine, but you don't leave me a lot of room to get frustrated with you. Because the second I do, it's just like,
What? I get suddenly mad at you and I start raising my voice?
Yeah, and one of your eyes goes black. It's kind of...
I don't have a black eye.
That's the other thing. Is that Latin? What do you do?
Oh my God.
Daddy.
Where am I?
All right, episode 3. Still no sponsors, but again, these are they'll release them.
The sponsors will come.
They will come. There's gonna be a day where you guys are like, oh, you guys got one.
Yeah, it wasn't until I admitted I needed help that I got a sponsor. So maybe I'm gonna say we need help. We need a sponsor.
And you know what? That's actually a great lead into what I'd like to do with this brief time we have for our ad read, where I think we're just gonna speed run typical podcast sponsors, where we'll just do a quick boom tag, and then you go, I go. We'll just switch on and off.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you just podcast sponsors.
Okay.
We'll
Podcast sponsors. Right. Right.
So I'm gonna go right off what his says. Sometimes people need help, So betterhelp.com. Don't kill yourself and use a promo code.
Try to go on the website before you kill yourself. At least.
All right, Teddy, go ahead.
I'm gonna talk about Sonico on PSN 10%, where all the gum packages are stickies. Sometimes you got to know if the gum's gonna get sticky or not.
Okay. And bluechew.com.
Blue Chew.
Get your dick hard, and just go online and then you fill out the form and then just fill it out right enough to where they're like, we'll give you dick pills.
You can chew it anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywhere you need erections.
Yeah. All right. You go.
I'm gonna say that Thai spot where that girl got acid thrown on her face. Sometimes if you want a little spice, there's no better place than where that's cursed with the disfigurement of hot acid thrown on the girl's face. So I always go there. I would go. Now let me do another one. Podcast. Fish shoes. When you need.
No. Okay. Do like a HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Do one for them.
Okay, HelloFresh for when you want to talk to somebody who knocks on your door.
No,
you want to practice
food delivery. They do like meal prep, or not meal prep. They deliver you stuff where you cook it, and you're like, "Oh, I'm a chef," but no, they give you everything.
HelloFresh. Everything's fresh. You say hello, and you make the food. You got to cook it first, but they give you the food. At HelloFresh, they do that, and it's usually that blonde girl who has the one shorter leg than the other, and she carries the box up the stairs, and you can just hear her kind of like peg legging it, like she sounds like she's a pirate, and because you just know that one of her legs drops a little longer. There's a little bit of a fault, more of a, you know what I'm saying, Bobby?
No,
it's a heavy box. You get a lot of food from HelloFresh. You get a lot of food. Sometimes it's a little too much food for people with different shape, different taller legs, smaller legs.
Okay. Yep. Moving on. That was awful. Thank you. Alpha Brain. Joe Rogan does it. Go ahead.
Joe Rogan.
No,
I talk about something else.
Do yours. Keep running. You got.
I'm so sorry. Okay. The Kohl's outlet where that fire took out that Armenian family. You can still smell it when you are in the men's section. But guess what? That men's section is about 60% off.
Okay, these aren't podcast companies. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what a podcast company is, Bobby. Keep going.
You stop drinking Pepsi?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hymns. I don't know what that is. Okay, moving on. Masterclass. I took the Shonda Rhimes. Well, I pirated the Shonda Rhimes Masterclass, and you can put that stuff on resumes, and I got that on there.
Be a master of class and listen to Grey's Anatomy, lady, and you'll be a better person for it.
Mm-hmm. You go.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about the Perkins on.
Nope. Okay, you got to stop with this. Why don't you do like DraftKings, Teddy?
DraftKings.
It's a sports betting. Let me tell you, it's a sports betting app.
Sports betting. Okay. I
was using it earlier.
Okay. DraftKings. When you want to throw your life away. Minute by minute.
Nope.
When you want to wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me try it again.
Sponsor.
Oh, I know. I forgot. DraftKings. When you want to be an expert gambler, you can now have it in your palm of your hand. You can gamble any time of the day, anytime and with your family. You can gamble. You can just gamble. You can just give them money, and then you get money back sometimes. And you can do that on DraftKings. Draft Queen's coming soon. And that's going to be for gay people. Okay. So gay people, get ready to gamble.
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. Most
Drag Race.
Most stars, most people in Hollywood are of a homosexual persuasion. That's just a fact.
Draft Queen. That's a good one. Is that really coming?
The drag queens on DraftKings.
Draft Queens.
That's money on the table.
Who's in Sharks?
Do you want gay people's money or not? Right. Then you need to consider doing something like that.
I'd like to think we've got a pretty big gay audience.
We got a huge gay audience.
So, hey, sponsors, hit us up, because that's the sample of, I feel like we just gave, at least 20 companies.
I mean, if you want to reach your demographic and your demographic's homosexuals, then you need to work with us and give us money, and we'll talk about your stuff to the queers and the non-queers
Okay,
alike.
well, yeah, it's not just, homosexuals too. But
Listen,
it's both. Yeah, if you, I mean, not if you're a hater.
I have watched amateur pornography where women had very large clitorises. They look like penises.
That's the closest you've gotten.
And it made me think, when it comes to big clitorises, and it makes me think, what's the difference between a clitoris and a penis? What's the difference? What's the difference aside from one's kind of like inside some meat and one guy's on the outside?
They function entirely different.
Wow.
Okay, well, the episode has gone entirely off the rails.
Not my proudest moment.
Yeah, all right, well, guys, sponsor us, please. We're really desperate, and we'll go ahead and go back to the show. Okay, well, all right, we've gotten so far off the tracks this episode.
This episode was different.
It was, and
It wasn't like the other ones.
it was. I mean, and we were talking about mistakes at the beginning, and
You think it was a mistake?
no, I don't think it was a mistake. I just think we didn't really cover what we meant to cover.
Well, we covered some of it.
No, we didn't.
We covered things.
No, we're gonna do a mulligan. The next episode's gonna be a mulligan. The next episode's actually gonna be about the crime scene, guys. We're so sorry.
Oh, God.
I got so many things I want to cover.
I want to hear about the theories.
Well, we'll get to the theories after we cover the crime scene. We got to set it up, and like the crime scene, the stuff I wanted to cover. We got the ransom note. There's the pineapple. There's JonBenét's room. There's the mysterious Barbie outfit that was laid out beside the body. There's the murder weapon.
Pineapple?
Yeah.
She was killed with a pineapple.
No, she wasn't killed with a pineapple.
What do you mean it was a pineapple?
It's a
Pineapples
piece of-
are indigenous to Hawaii, not Colorado.
I understand, and it's a piece of evidence in the case. There was a bowl of pineapple and cream sitting out on the counter. It was
Pineapple and
JonBenét's
cream.
favorite snack.
In the kitchen?
Yeah, and it's one of the more important pieces in the evidence because the Ramseys have maintained that JonBenét was asleep when she got home, but there was pineapple found in his system about 30 minutes before she was murdered.
In a PlayStation system?
Yeah, and there was a bowl that's sitting out on the counter. So
you're talking about
takes their theory apart, where it shows that no, JonBenét got up sometime during the night, consumed pineapple, and was murdered shortly thereafter.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that when JonBenét came home on Christmas night, she didn't go straight to bed? She ate pineapple.
Well, not necessarily. Maybe she went to bed and then got up and ate it. But the Ramseys have said in their first interview that JonBenét was awake when they got home, and then John read her a story, and then, she went to sleep.
Christmas night.
That's since changed, though. And they said that JonBenét's been asleep in the car, and that, they had to carry her upstairs.
And they didn't read her a story?
And they didn't see her get up or anything, no.
But she ate pineapple.
That's in her system. Those are indisputable facts.
What do you
So
mean by in their system? In her game system?
The coroner found the pineapple in her system.
In her system?
Yeah, when they did the autopsy.
What kind of system does she have? She have Xbox?
No, I mean
She had
like in
PlayStation?
her digestive tract.
Her what?
Your digestive tract, Teddy. Like, your insides.
In her body?
Yeah.
Why didn't you fucking say that? I didn't understand what you meant.
In her system. I'm sorry. Well, I
thought she had a
feel
Sega
there's
Dreamcast or something.
A lot of people out there that will understand what I'm saying, but I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Not in her Xbox. It was in her digestive tract.
She had pineapple in her body
Yes.
where she digests things.
Yes.
To turn into poop.
Where we all digest things.
And it takes time to make poop.
It sure does, Teddy.
And because there was that pineapple hadn't turned into poop yet,
Yeah.
when she died,
Yep.
that means that she ate it sometime that night.
That's true.
Oh my God. We're not going to talk about this right now. We're going to talk about this next episode.
Well, you're the one with the heart out here because, Teddy's running on the
I
goddamn bus system.
I got places to be.
Okay.
I got buses to get on.
Trying to get a good spot at the Y.
I'm trying to get a good spot.
I told him he can sleep in the basement, but he's a very proud man. But yeah, no, we don't have enough time to get to it now because we're doing this stuff where it goes off the rails.
Bobby, you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to return for the next episode. How's that for a cliffhanger?
He's gonna return.
I might not. I might not.
I'll have roast beef.
Oh, roast beef.
Roast beef.
Roast beef, you promise?
I promise.
You promised me you have roast beef.
Thick cut.
With horsey sauce.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I want horseradish.
Just show back up.
I want horseradish.
I can't do this alone, Daddy. So.
Okay.
But we're so sorry, guys. A little off the rails this episode, but you know,
This episode, it was a big mistake.
it wasn't a mistake.
It was a big mistake for us to
We're working on it.
We should do it again.
Mistakes.
Don't listen to this episode, everybody. I don't
No, what? Stop it.
Listen.
Stop saying stuff like that.
Okay. Well,
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We love you so much.
oh, we care about you so much. We love you. We hope you're having a great New Year's.
Oh my God,
We hope
yeah.
you're alive and not murdered by someone who came into your basements or your parents potentially. I guess apparently. And I'm really appreciative of all you. I'm appreciative of you too, Bobby. Even when you make fun of me in front of people, it's like I think you've done a couple times today, and we'll address that.
Well, you know,
All right, I really gotta go.
He's got
I got places to be.
You got a bus pass, you know, whatever.
I mean, the bus. You got to be at the bus by the time the bus gets there. You can't.
Again, we're sorry.
It's not a taxi.
We're sorry. The next episode's really gonna focus on the crime scene.
It's gonna be a lot better.
This one was more about new year, new mistakes.
Well, we're human beings. And sometimes you got to recognize what a human being is, so you recognize how sad it is when a human being is killed, like JonBenét was. And so we had to have an episode like this. Don't you agree, Bobbies? Where we had to be people for people to understand that we're people talking about people.
Yeah.
Because
People make mistakes.
People make mistakes.
Like, accidentally killing your daughter, possibly, Patsy. I gotta stop doing that. I'm sorry.
Can you please not insinuate that the late Patsy Ramses was killing her daughter? Yeah. Because frankly,
off Reddit.
Frankly, Bobby, I think it impacts your judgment.
It's not. I'm gonna be biased or unbiased.
You're gonna be unbiased.
I'm gonna be unbiased.
You know what? End the episode.
You gotta go.
Do the thing.
Where's your coat?
Where's the thing?
Wait, no, do my thing. We gotta do the. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm gassy.
You ready for it? You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. Fuck.
All right. Well, yeah, let's go. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right. Well, I'm Bobby Pavlovsky.
And I'm Teddy Ronald Reagan. This is Madea.
And this is
JonBenét today.
If you want to listen to next week's episode early, check out our Patreon.
Yeah, just go to our Patreon. It's really easy. It's spelled PATREO.
REON.com/JonBenét today. TODET.
TODET.
Yeah.
Spell it right. And you can go there. You can find all kinds of cool little things that Bobby's put on there. And
bonus content.
And
episodes a week early, so you just go to that patreon.com/JonBenét today. Support us, get episodes a week early, bonus content.
Why would you not go ahead and do that? I don't understand.
You want to find out what's going to happen next week,
If I could do that, I would do that, but I'm the one making it.
Yeah.
So
check us out.
Yeah, check us out.